The day she found out, she didn't cry, she smiled. That's how he knew something was wrong. People expect anger when cheating is discovered, shouting, questions, broken things, but silence is terrifying. He watched her move around the house like nothing had changed. She cooked, she laughed softly, she even asked how his day was, and that scared him more than any argument ever could, because when a woman stops reacting, it's not peace, it's preparation. He didn't plan to cheat, at least. That's what he told himself. It started with conversations that felt easy, with someone who listened without complaining, with someone who didn't know his flaws well enough to be tired of them. He never meant for it to become touch, he never meant for lies to become routine, but intentions don't matter when damage is done. His wife noticed before she ever saw proof. She noticed how his phone never left his hand, how he turned away to reply to messages, how his laughter had a tone she hadn't heard in months. Love trains you to notice details. Betrayal only confirms them. One night, his phone lit up while he slept, a message, a name she didn't recognize, a heart at the end. Her hands shook, not because she was weak, but because her heart was breaking silently. She read it once, then again, then she placed the phone back exactly where it was, and she lay there next to him, listening to the man she trusted breathe peacefully, while her entire world collapsed quietly. Sometimes the worst betrayal isn't the cheating, it's the calm that follows it. The next morning, she made breakfast, not because she was okay, but because she needed to see if he would notice the pain in her eyes. He didn't. He kissed her cheek, grabbed his keys, said he'd be late, and just like that, she understood something painful. He was used to her love, so used to it, he didn't think it could leave. She carried the truth for days, smiled through conversations, responded when spoken to, and every night she asked herself the same question: when did loving me stop being enough? People think cheating happens because of temptation, but most times, it happens because someone stops protecting what they already have. The confrontation didn't come with shouting. One evening, she asked him to sit. Is there someone else? She asked, her voice steady. The room went quiet. That pause answered her better than any confession ever could. He didn't deny it, he didn't lie, he just whispered, I didn't mean for it to happen. That was when the tears came, not from shock, but from disappointment, because intention doesn't erase betrayal. Did you think about me? She asked. Every day, he said. Then why didn't you stop? He had no answer, and in that silence, she realized something that changed everything. Love can forgive mistakes, but love cannot survive disrespect. That night, she packed a small bag, not everything, just enough. He watched her, confused, panicking now, ready to promise anything. I'll change, he said, I'll end it, I'll do better. But she shook her head. Change after cheating isn't love, she said softly, it's fear of loss. At the door, she turned to him one last time. I stayed loyal when it was hard, she said. You cheated when it was easy. Her voice didn't shake. I loved you enough to forgive, she continued, but I love myself enough to walk away. He reached for her hand. She stepped back. Some people don't lose love because they cheated, they lose it because they underestimated it. She walked away with tears in her eyes, but strength in her steps. Behind her stood a man who finally understood the value of what he lost, not because she screamed, but because she chose herself. And the saddest truth of all, she would have stayed if he had stopped in time.